team's made up of people with a lot of different racing backgrounds. Being based in Toronto, it's not exactly like a racing hub the way Charlotte and Indianapolis are, so we've got a little bit creative with finding people with different racing backgrounds. There's people who had experience, go-kart racing at a very competitive level. There's people who were drag racing, there's people who were involved with radio-controlled car racing, all different types of forms of motorsport. But then there's also people who are competitors and people who played sports growing up on teams. That teaches you invaluable lessons. It's teaching you how to lose, right? And we compete and want to win, but sports in general teach you a lot of life lessons that you don't learn by being an academic or being some of these other things, or at least that's not my opinion anyway. So finding people who are like-minded and have that competitive spirit has been our secret sauce.
The Plaid has become, unintentionally, but a very important part of the team's identity. When we show up at racetracks, it's amazing to see how many fans are wearing the gear and how connected to the team they've become because of that pattern. So we felt it was important to maintain that on the car while also, trying to connect our program visually to McLaren's incredible heritage in Formula One and IndyCar.
We were kind of given a line of this is what the colors are going to be, kind of keeping it similar to what McLaren's done in the past few seasons.
I think one of the really unique things about the 720 is that it has a very, very organic look to it. When we started to apply color to the car, it was really in order to accentuate that look of this sort of predatory bird, with the eye sockets. And so you'll see a big block of orange where it kind of tapers off to almost a point at the back of the car.
So today we're going to do pit stop practice. It's a really good way to just get the rust off from our off season and just get us acquainted with the new car.
Whole car is very different. It's going to be a little bit of live and learn.
That's right, you take it out, roll it, and I'll roll it here for you. But there's no room.
No, it's like, so that's why I did this. See, it's the wheel's sticking. It's like hopping, and because you went over, I couldn't move the wheels.
I know, okay, we'll try it again.
You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm a little rusty, but I'll be good. I'll be dialed for Daytona.
Races are won and lost in the pits a lot, and so with filming our pit stop practices and reviewing the video, we could see where maybe something that we think we're doing is effective actually isn't, or it's not ergonomic.
So that's more room than last year now, because what I would do is sneak in from the side, go on. Now I fully curl into the rear.
Didn't flip on the hose.
Yeah, I did. What are you talking about? Step right on the hose. Open your eyes.
Go, play it again.
Play it again. Don't forget, Dr. J, you need your specs, eh?
No.
Watch my feet as you put that tire on the pit road.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right on the hose. There it is, Jay.
But,
It's okay.
It felt a lot like 2019, our first year doing it, to be honest. We got the car extremely late, mid-December by the time our car arrived, and then with the Christmas holidays, throughout Europe and the UK and here, frankly, it doesn't leave you a lot of time to turn the car around for Daytona. So I think we went into that very much on our back foot. Daytona is our longest event of the year. So it starts with the row before the 24, which is our official test. So the cars all get presented to tech.
Checking all the electronics, seeing if the gizmos are all up to date. Probably.
Gizmos.
Gizmo. You gotta stay on the gizmo.
Gizmos.
So a lot of the updates for scrutineering and stuff like this has to be inspected. And we actually qualify that weekend as well. So while starting position doesn't matter a ton for a 24-hour race, we still have a sense of pride. Cool thing is, I think 2016 Indy 500 is covered. We got the pole sitter and the race winner in our car. For this race, we have 4 driver lineups. So we'll have American driver Alexander Rossi, Canadian James Hinchcliffe, driver from the UK, Ollie Jarvis, and then a German driver named Marvin Kirchhofer in the car as well. So those 4 will share the number 9 Pfaff Motorsports McLaren.
I was super excited when the deal got done with Pfaff to come racing. I mean, I've been wanting to run with this team for a few years now. Steve and I and Chris and I have been in conversations kind of back and forth since the end of 2021. Sports car racing and endurance racing is kind of unique because normally drivers are kind of trained to hate each other, right? That's what you're taught to do. But in this environment, you have to work together. You've got to be teammates. And in this case, you know, one of my teammates is also one of my best friends.
The only thing that I would change is I just wish he was a little bit taller. Because him being 5'5" and me being 6'2", like it's just a challenge, you know, with the different
5'6"
with the different like pedal lengths and the belts and everything. Like it's hard. But anyways,
first of all, he's 6'1", I'm 5'10". It's kind of a fun thing to get to do. You know, we've shared this sport together, you know, as competitors and rivals in a sense for a long time. But to get to do it as teammates in this capacity, sharing a car, working together in that sense, is a lot of fun.
I was excited when I got the opportunity to do this event with Pfaff. Obviously their results and their pedigree and everything speaks volumes for what the team is capable of, and every time you get an opportunity to join a team that you know you have a chance to win, that's all that you can really ask for in these long endurance races. There's so many variables. You just want to go into it knowing you have a shot. The team, it was a new car for them coming into the Roar, so everyone was really scrambling to just get up to speed and understand everything. And I think that despite all of that challenge, you know, we're in a really good place going into the event.
Going into qualifying, we've actually made the choice very early to have Ollie qualify. I thought it went quite well. We knew we didn't have the outright pace to qualify on pole, and that's okay. It's a long race, but we knew we had really strong race pace. So Ollie did a fantastic job qualifying the car in the top 10, and we started up towards the front.
If you want, but I would, yeah, it's a bit more central.
Take the car apart, found some hairline fractures from curb strikes probably. So, a little emergency repair. Take it apart, put it back together, nice and sturdy. Hoping I have her ready by the morning.
Going into a 24-hour race with a new car to us was an unknown, so there's always going to be that element of discomfort that I think is totally natural. But we knew that all the work we did, and I have all the confidence in the world in our team, that the car we put forth was at the best of our abilities. So the race was going extremely well, actually. So we had a good start. We made up a couple positions in the first hour. We led the race for a good number of laps as well. Unfortunately, before we had that wheel bearing issue. I think we only lost about 11 laps when we did that. So I thought that was a great testament to the team, especially for a car that was still new to them and is still new to them. We put ourselves back in the race, and we were never going to make that kind of time up, but I think that still gave us a chance at a solid finish. When we got back into the race, we ran for another 11 or so hours, without issue, which is great to put that kind of mileage on the car. We truly learned a lot. Unfortunately, in the morning of Sunday, we had a couple other issues come up with the car, one of which was fixable, which got us back out on track for a couple more hours. And then by the time the third issue happened, it was just, for the last 20 or 30 minutes, just didn't make sense. So we had to make the unfortunate decision to retire the car. Having seen the checkered flag at that race for the last few years in a row, it's a bit of a shot to the gut, but we'll make sure that we come back stronger at Sebring.
So Sebring is, without question, the most challenging circuit on the IMSA schedule, arguably the most challenging circuit in the world. The durability testing that you gain from racing there, running there period, is invaluable. There isn't a circuit that puts a car through its paces more than Sebring does. The engineering focus was largely on damping, obviously with the bumps. Turn 17 is an iconic corner. You look at videos of cars running through turn 17, they're all over the place. They're bouncing, wheels are coming off the ground.
It's a very long race, which is a fantastic, and it's the first proper road course race.
TV gold, guys. TV gold.
Good luck, buddy.
The flow or the vision of what we were expecting for that race changed in the first corner of the first lap.